when he drops the pedal here momentarily.
704 cubic inch. Oh, he's hooked good. He's hooked good, Ken Bruce. He is definitely hooked.
Hey, Red Grogan says, I own this track.
Well, he rolls the truck for quite a ways, probably 50 feet before he really levels the butterflies. Watch him. Right there is the wide open position. The right hand reach forward. The traction's good. The narrowed front end really makes the truck hook up well. Red Grogan on his way to a fantastic pull and easing it right out the gate.
Well, there it is, the little hillbilly tonight, a pull of almost 200 feet, 199 feet, 6.5 inches. Red Grogan getting it done tonight. And now here from South Mills, North Carolina, a fisherman who gave it all up to get into truck pulling in a 72 Chevy, 541 under the hood. Here is Jimmy Nash in Macon Tracks.
This is a very good running truck, very well prepared truck. I think tonight he's going to be in a very fine shape. He's a #2 puller in the class. The track's still good. Running on the right-hand side a little bit. He'll go across, I think, just a little bit, trying to take it to the right. A little bounce in it, but it's a good hook.
That's a good pull for Jimmy Nash. Good pull for Jimmy. Don't think it's quite 199 and 6, but a fine pull. And for Jimmy Nash tonight, a pull of 180 feet and 7 inches. Jimmy Nash from South Mills, North Carolina. And I'll resist the temptation. No, I won't either. Charles Colson, not the Watergate conspirator, but the puller from Elizabeth City, North Carolina. An 80 Dodge in 557 right through the hood. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
There was never a doubt in my mind.
It's a pretty looking truck.
Fuel-injected Hemi sets under the hood of this truck, but a good hook tonight mandatory. He is also taking the middle part of the track. We're going to see some pullers a little bit later on venture to the right and left side because the track will not go together quite as good as it should, as good as the pullers would like to have it go together. So they're going to venture off to each side. No one's been there at this time. This gentleman's still going down the middle of the track. Let's see how it works out for him.
There's a good shot at Charles Colson. He's going to test the track, and I would imagine some of these other drivers lined up and pulling later will go to school on what he does for different gearing. Here comes Colson. Pull.
A very good hook, Ken Brew. An excellent hook, all in all.
Mike, this seemed to have a little bit of give in the middle of this truck during the run.
Well, Ken, the reason being he's getting so much traction with the front tires and the rear tires. To see the separation between the pickup bed and the cab. The cab and the pickup bed. Watch it now. When he lets off of it down at the end, that will go back together. And what has happened, he's actually bending the frame. He's flexing the frame in the middle. The front tires are pulling hard, the back tires are pulling hard, and that is bending the truck in the middle.
Gotcha. Well, for the Exterminator tonight, a pull of 185 feet even, and good enough right now to move him into second place. And another proud sponsor here tonight is Rizlone Oil, the total oil additive for over 60 years. We are back in Richmond, Virginia for more modified truck competition. Real interesting story right now at the start line. This is a truck called Footloose, but it is not the engine that belongs in it. For as much competition as there is here tonight, there's a little bit of neighborly help. Mike Galloway has the story.
Well, in pulling, there's a lot of things that go into the competition, and these two people that are standing with me are neighbors and good friends. You had a problem last week?
Yeah, I broke a rod through the pan.
No motor?
No motor.
But you're in competition tonight.
Yeah, in competition tonight because of my friend. He lent me his motor.
Well, now, Thomas, here's a man that's going to try to beat you tonight, but you let him use the motor.
I can't beat him if he's sitting at home.
But you want the competition?
Yeah, I want the competition.
Is this one of your better motors?
Yeah. It's not as big as the one I'm running, but it's just as good, you know, as far as last.
Well, now, you people neighbors, you live pretty close to each other?
Yeah, we live real close, about 6 miles apart.
Pull together a lot?
A whole lot. We worked together one time. We worked on the same truck for a couple years.
So you're good friends. You're running his motor. But when they get out on the track, the friendship stops and the battle begins.
Temple Brizendane, Howard in Virginia. The engine we told you about, we could tell you the truck was bought at a sheriff's auction. He's in business now. Real interesting strategy there. You got a good look at him working the wheel, trying, I guess, find the soft spot on the track.
A lot of times you'll see a puller do that. Now, when we watch this truck run again, we want to watch him real close. A lot of times a puller will do this to try to gain some advantage, try to get a little more traction, cover a little more ground with those front tires and get them to hook up a little bit. Temple, a young driver, doing an outstanding job with this truck, really doing good. He and his father campaigned the truck all over the East Coast area. But let's see what happens as he goes down the track in this replay. Let's see if he actually gets all the traction that he wants.
Track's falling apart, isn't it?
Yeah, it's real loose. It's not going back together the way we'd like to see it do. And he is actually working the front tires, trying to get a little more traction out of them, trying to get a little more footage. Of course, inches make dollars in this sport, and that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to make some dollars tonight.
Well, Footloose will come up a little bit short. Total distance of 167 feet, 9.5 inches. You know, years ago, Abbott and Costello did a bit called Who's on First? Well, tonight our bit is Who's First? Who gets to go first? It's a luck of the draw. Our Mike Galloway has that story.
We talk about the luck of the draw, and with the United States Hot Rod Association, it's done very simply with a deck of cards, and each card is numbered. The card you want tonight in this competition is number 1. That's the one you want. They think that's the place to be. The first puller is going to have the best hook. We'll wait and see.
Now we're going to go AWOL at a Derry, PA. He says, please say Derry, don't say Pittsburgh. This is Gene Fannie Jr. in a Jeep M715, 1968 model, 512. And he says the paint job is a not-so-drab green.
The truck on this truck is absolutely perfect in detail. Every small item has been tended to, put in its place with a latch or some kind of item put to it. Very subtle chrome work on it. Absolutely beautiful truck, and it is one of the hard-charging trucks from that Pennsylvania area.
He says his team is called Snafu. Situation normal, all fouled up. Here's Gene.
Got a good hook. Excellent pass.
Hey, that's a whale of a pull on that track right now.
It truly is, and he ran the left-hand side. He looked like he was glued to it.
Played chicken with the line on the near side. I know Gene's got to be happy with that. Looking at the Jeep right now, you see the only original piece of equipment. It's the roof. It's the canvas roof. He's replaced just about everything else. But he said the canvas roof is government issued. And for Gone AWOL tonight, a measurement of 174 feet and 7 inches. Gene Fannie out of Derry, PA, and moves him right into 5th place. I don't know, you feeling a little warm under the collar, maybe a little perspiring, maybe a little yellow fever. Here's Pam Bauman from Saxonburg, PA. She and her husband are in the school bus and charter business. They put 110 buses on the road every day. But tonight, there's only one thing she wants to do, only one thing she wants to drive. It's this truck. She's going to have to beat 199 feet and change. There's a good shot of Pammy. 572 through the hood. It's an 87 Chevy. She's got the green flag and will try and make something out of a track that just has not been forgiving at all so far tonight.
She's going to roll about 10 feet and wide open on the butterflies, I think, Ken Brew. Let's see.
Real well off the start, but like everyone else, it started to go south on her right at about the 175-foot mark. And for Pam Bauman tonight, a pull of 162 feet even. So here's the way it shakes down in the modified truck pull competition. Jimmy Nash, Macon Tracks, finishes 3rd. Then Charles Colson in the Exterminator. And first out of the chute tonight, and with the win, behind the wheel of the little hillbilly, is Red Grogan, who is with us now up here in the broadcast booth. not to demean your driving at all, but I would think having the first draw tonight probably helped you as much as anything.
Yeah, the first draw had a whole lot to do with finishing first, no doubt about it. But also it took some driving and going out there and figuring the track out earlier this afternoon and getting everything together. But number one position had a lot to do with it tonight.
Let's take a look at this pole, and I want you to discuss it, if you could, with Mike.
Red, what does the truck do right off the line? Looks like it hooks early.
See how slow I opened the butterflies up there and kind of feel the truck out. Then I get into it pretty hard there at about 50, 75 foot. And it hooks up, and I kind of go to the middle of the track where I had decided to be the best hook at. And it just hooked up and done super good job.
Did you feel the box top on you? You know the sled was top?
The bucket topped out there at about 180 foot, something like that, when it topped out. And I could feel it, but it didn't seem to really bother my momentum because I had a good momentum at that time.
Red, thank you very much. Red Grogan, our winner tonight in the modified truck competition.